Look, what is this thing? Does it have a name?
It has lots of names.
All right. Who invented it?
Lots of people invented it. Do you want to hear about a few of them?
Maybe. Just a little bit.
One of the first was an American government scientist called Vannevar Bush. He thought of it as long ago as 1945.
1945?
Then there's Ted Nelson, who developed the idea of hypertext in the 1960s. From the 1970s onwards, there's been a group of people working at what is now called the Media Lab at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Then, in the late 1980s, came the Multimedia Lab in San Francisco. In the early 1990s, Robert Abel developed a pioneering example of multimedia based on Picasso's painting Guernica.
Can I just interrupt you a moment?
Oh, absolutely. At any moment. That's the whole point.
What are those things?
They're called Mycons. They were invented by a Norwegian called Hans Peter Bronmo at MIT in 1989. Try touching him.
A Mycon is a motion icon. It's motion because it's a sequence of frames that are run in a loop, and it's an icon because it's a representation. It's used as a representation for an idea or a concept or a piece of information in some form. Imagine, for example, that you are watching this interview with me, and I make a reference to Ted Nelson. Now, Ted Nelson was the person who back in the 60s coined...
I thought of the idea of hypertext in the fall of 1960, but not under that name, and for years I tried to explain the idea to people everywhere, and apparently most people thought I was literally insane.